Well, what do you expect, guys? After all that green we've gotten, we are finally starting to get some red. It's currently about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We have the Russell down 1.8%, the Nasdaq's down 2%, the S&P's down 1.2 as the Dow is down about 0.5%. The VIX is up 1.5, and gold and silver, they're a mixed bag. Silver's down 0.7 while gold is up 0.7, and we'll talk about crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum here in a couple of minutes. Those are slightly selling off as well. So in this video, we're going to break down what I'm doing in the markets. I actually just bought a little bit of a stock today. We're going to break that down in this video, and we're going to go over just the markets in general, individual stocks. But before we do, hit that like button. Make sure to get your 10 stocks from Moomoo, each of which could be valued up to $2,500, and your 6 stocks from Webull. All those free stocks are linked down below, and just know, guys, all those links in the description box help out the channel, and I appreciate all of you guys as always. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So again, it is 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast right now. We do have a little bit of time left, about 2.5 hours in the markets, but as of now, we're selling off in a pretty decent way. And we're noticing here this morning, SPY hit $400 a share, meaning it took the highs out from yesterday and the highs from the previous couple weeks. I think that is a 1 month high. Let me double check, guys. Maybe even more than that. Yeah, it's about a 1.5 month high we hit this morning on SPY, and we're just simply, by the looks of it now, pulling off. This is, or rather, pulling back. This is not a crash. This is not the stock market collapsing. This is just simply a pullback by the looks of it, right? If I just clear the drawing set here, guys, and we could draw some new trend lines out, SPY still holding above 390, 392, which was that high from the end of June. Also in the beginning of July, really up until, a couple of days ago, we were peaking at about 390, 392. Now we're still above it. We're holding above it as of right now, as SPY's down 1.2%. So by the looks of it, and mind you, we're still above the moving averages. We have a golden cross on the 4-hour chart. SPY still looks like, call me crazy, guys, it looks like the bulls are still in charge, and we're just simply cooling off a little bit, right? Same thing with Triple Q. This is down 2% right now, down about $6.50. We're still well above the moving averages, golden cross, and we're above the highs from the end of June and the highs from all of July thus far being about $296 to about $297. We're trading at $301 right now pretty much. So we're above those highs, and as long as we hold, in my opinion, above 295 to about 300, the bulls are still well in charge here on Triple Q, at least in the short term, right? Very short term, meaning, the past couple of weeks. It looks like the bulls have been in charge, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. This is, again, in my opinion, is simply a pullback. And I did buy a stock. We'll talk about that here in a couple of minutes. But first, let's dive over to Webull and see what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So currently, again, it's 1:30. I've said that about 5 times in this video, but I'm just giving the time for you guys watching in the future so you can go back and look at the charts, or, you know what time it is when I'm filming. I think it's pretty important. Well, maybe not that important. Anyway, we can see here Bitcoin is at 22,900, and this is very important what's going on right now. You guys can see a couple of days ago Bitcoin hit 24,300. That was on the 20th, 2 days ago, and we just hit 23,700 overnight, or that might have been this morning, and we've aggressively sold off from there. We're down about $700-800 in just the past couple of hours here. And why that's important is because we're noticing a lower high is being put in right now on Bitcoin. Again, 24,300. We just hit 23,800 lower high, and we've been tanking since that point. And if we take out, let's say, 20,000 or 22,500, we break under 22,000, there's going to be more downside from that point, in my opinion, on Bitcoin. And it could be going down to 20,000, maybe even below that. But we're not getting ahead of ourselves yet. We got to wait and see what it does at about 22 to 22,500. In my opinion, that's a big spot coming up here for Bitcoin. And when it comes to Ethereum, this is down about 0.5%, down to 1570. And the difference here is Ethereum is actually trading above the highs from the 20th of this month. Ethereum hit about 1620. Well, it's currently not trading above 1620, but it took the highs out this morning. This morning, Ethereum hit mid-1600s. Now it's pulling back. But again, Bitcoin didn't take the 20th high out. It got rejected under that point. So there's a little difference here in the technicals between Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'd say the bulls, the Ethereum looks more bullish in the short term. But if this thing starts falling under, let's say 1475, even 1500, then things could start accelerating to the downside. We shall see. But as of now, Ethereum looks a little bit better from the bullish perspective than Bitcoin does. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're finding value in this video thus far, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe as well. And do not forget to get your 6 stocks from Webull, link down below, and your 10 stocks from Moomoo, each of which could be valued up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit. And with that being said, guys, let's talk about what I bought today. I nibbled a little bit more Google for the first time in a good couple of weeks. I can't even remember the last time I bought Google. Probably back in maybe early June, maybe late May. I forget exactly. But I bought a little bit more Google today at about $108 a share, just nibbling, and I mentioned it, and I post all my alerts, by the way, on Patreon, and I mentioned on Patreon how I'm going to be buying even more Google if this gets under $100 a share. In the 100 to 105 range, maybe I'll buy a little bit more, maybe, but definitely under 100. If this gets to 90, 95 a share, I'm going to be buying more. But obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We can't predict if it's going to go to 90, 95 a share. So on the downside today, and mind you, Google's down 6.5% today. Pretty big red day for Google, thanks to Snapchat. And we're not going to get into that in this video, but Snapchat, let me just pop it up quickly. It is up 40% right now. It hit a new all-time low from what I remember, $9.90. Well, actually, no. It's not a new all-time low. All-time low is $4.80 for Snapchat. It hit not under $10, $9. That's pretty dang close to $4, guys, considering it was $60. What was it? $80. I mean, this is crazy, right? So Snapchat getting obliterated. That's hurting big tech, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to nibble a little bit more Google. And the last I checked, their P ratio, trailing 12 months, is a 17 or an 18 right now. That, to me, is a pretty good value just from the P perspective. And, of course, if that gets to a 15 P, 14 P, whatever, 17, 16, whatever, I'm going to be buying more. I think this is a pretty good value, in my opinion. All this is my opinion on Google. So, yeah, I bought more at 108, and I didn't buy a crap ton more. I'm just nibbling a little bit more, guys. Nothing crazy. And all you guys that have been following my channel, you know that this is my biggest individual stock holding as of now. And I do want to accumulate more of it, like I said, moving here in the near-term future. So Google is down a big chunk. I'm choking on my freaking words today, guys. Oh, my gosh. Let me get some water. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, Google, I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. Big tech in general, though, is getting destroyed today. Google's down. Apple is down about 1%, not as bad. But Meta is getting hit hard, 7.8%. It's really the businesses that rely heavily on advertising, which I might have to make a video on that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe for the weekend. That might be a good weekend video. But, yeah, Meta's down, Google's down. I didn't buy more Meta, but, again, like I said, I bought a little bit more Google. Tesla, on the flip side, though, is moving up today. Tesla's at $820 a share, up 0.5%, looking pretty good. But we are getting, like I said in my morning video on Patreon, we are getting buying pressure around 835, 840. I mean, to me, that was pretty obvious that was, or selling pressure rather. To me, that's pretty obvious. It was obvious that was going to come. 850 is a big resistance. For me, it was pretty unrealistic for Tesla to break 850 and run straight to 950 today. So it doesn't make, or rather, it makes perfect sense that it's struggling at about 840, which if you guys take a look, that's where it was earlier in the day, $842. So let's see. Maybe it goes back over there. But as of now, it's at $818. It might come down a little bit more, maybe 800, 780. That's where buying pressure could really start coming in again on Tesla. And what else do we have moving here today? A lot of red today, guys. A lot of red. Again, Snapchat's down 40%. Snowflake is giving back a lot of the gains. This is down 9.5%. Now it's now look at Snowflake, guys. It went from looking like an ascending triangle about to break out. Now it looks like a head and shoulders. Does it not? This does not look good to me anymore. Look at that. We have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If this takes out 138, 140 bucks on the downside, it's going to collapse more further to the downside, in my opinion. We have AMC coming back in a pretty major way today, down 9%, but this still looks pretty good, in my honest opinion, guys. We're simply getting some profit taking. We are slightly under the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, but the 180 is still a ways to go on the downside. So if we do get a move down on AMC, which is possible, to $14, maybe $14.50, that's where buyers could come in my eyes, on AMC. And let's see GameStop quickly before I wrap the video up, guys. Let me see here. GameStop, look at that. This trend looks pretty decent as well. GameStop is slightly under the 50 SMA. It's down 7% on the day, but it is above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which is right around 33, 34 bucks. So this could end up being a dip buy. We shall see, guys. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm just breaking down charts, looking at this stuff and giving my opinion, but this is all my opinion, guys. Make sure to keep that in mind. Make sure to get your 10 stocks from, what's it called? Moomoo. You guys know the whole spiel. Get your 10 stocks for Moomoo. Link down below. 6 stocks from Webull. Yada, yada, yada. Join my Patreon. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys. As always, your support means a lot. I'll catch you in the next video later today. Peace out.